Hello, my name is Kurt, and today I'll be talking about another MGTOW topic. Topic in this video will be, I would never hire one. Simply put, feminists, millennials, SJWs, all these people are protesting about the whole wage gap and that women get paid less than men. And I've been through many different fields of labor, people, I've been through a lot of different fucking jobs, and I'm going to tell you that a little bit later. But in every field that I was in, females got paid exactly the same as men did. And granted, the men actually had worse jobs, and they were getting paid as exactly the same as the females were getting paid. Like I said, I'll get into that a little bit later. But if you look into this stuff and you research it deeply, you'll see, like, just open your eyes. There are no female trash disposal people. The garbage men. They're called garbage men where I'm from. I've never seen a female garbage man in my entire life. I never seen a female sewage worker, guy that fixes sewage stuff. I never seen a female plumber. I never seen a female carpenter. I've never seen female iron workers, welders and stuff. They're rare. They exist, but they're very rare. I never seen females climbing huge electrical poles or telephone poles or just those massive electrical conductors in the countryside that are like massive. You never see females doing that. And they have the audacity to complain that, I don't get paid as much as men get paid. Well, honey, you're not doing the shitty fucking jobs that men are doing. Construction workers as well. You never see female construction workers. You're not going into the sewers, risking catching various diseases and stuff like that, and just a filthy, nasty job like that. Smelling fucking, years and years of shit flowing through fucking pipes, and you gotta crawl through that, and you gotta fix stuff in there. Females don't want to do that shit. They're too pretty, they're too beautiful for that type of work. You never see females climbing those electrical poles, whatever, because it's a dangerous job. You make one wrong move, you risk getting shocked, electrocuted to fucking death, And if the electrocution doesn't kill you, the fucking 300-foot or 400-foot plummet from that fucking top of that tower all the way down, that will kill you. So in one way or another, you're fucked. Females don't want to do that. They're too delicate. They're too precious. What other things? Plumber. You never see a female unclogging another person's shit. You never see them unclogging somebody else's toilet. They just don't want to do that stuff. They want to get paid as much as men, but they don't want to do the same things as men want to do. Now, getting into personal work experience, I worked as an assistant in the lawyer's office in a law firm. The lawyer, the main person in charge of that whole firm at the time, was actually a female. And I was working as an assistant for her, and there was two other female assistants working with me as well. We would review cases, we would jot down notes and jot down details and, any sort of evidences that we could sort of muster up from the police reports and all these things. We would basically make the main lawyer's job a lot easier by sort of creating a case for her to debate, and say, oh, this person's not guilty because this and this and this and this. And we also had to do some other stuff, we had, any sort of clients that came into the office, we had to greet them and we would have to discuss certain things with them, and then before they went on to the lady in charge. And guys, I was getting paid exactly the same as the females were getting paid. There was 3 assistants in total, me and 2 other chicks, right? We were getting paid the same exact fucking money, right? And that's a glimpse into the law and business field of things, Another job I had, I worked in a warehouse, a flower warehouse. Think of like flowers.com or 1-800-Flowers or whatever the fuck those websites are called. Basically, a warehouse that catered to online flower businesses and stuff like this. So, what was I doing there? I was sweeping the fucking floors, spraying them down with a cheap-ass garden hose that only had cold fucking water, sweeping this motherfucker. It was me and like 5 other guys, mainly Mexicans and stuff. I was the only white guy there. They didn't fucking like me. I didn't like them either, so it didn't even matter. So we were sweeping this shit, blah blah blah. We're doing all this stuff. And I had to fucking climb this massive fucking ladder. I'm 6 foot tall. So on the ceiling, there's these massive refrigeration units that keep the whole place cool so the flowers stay fresh longer. It was cold as fuck in there anyway. So I had to climb this fucking massive ladder. I'm 6 foot tall, so that must have been at least 60 or so, or even probably more. Probably more. I'm not good with mathematics, but it was a fucking tall ass ladder. And I had to have somebody hold it on the fucking bottom too. So I had to climb this fucking ladder to just take this shitty ass garden hose. We didn't have any pressure washers, we didn't have nothing. Shitty garden hose, squirt these fucking fans that would rotate and refrigerate the whole fucking place in this big square pretty much unit, huge metal square. There's a fan rotating in the middle, and there's these pipes, these square sort of pipes going this way, and it generates cold air, and it leads it to this place, it leads it to that place, and it leads it downwards, whatever, right? It's like a whole air conditioning refrigeration setup. So I'm there squirting this fucking garden hose, washing this nasty ass black fucking grease, scrubbing it with this fucking brush that just wasn't working. Like the bristles were fucking gone completely, probably around 3 fucking years ago. So I'm doing my best, trying to fucking clean this motherfucker out. There's just black, nasty, acrid, smelly ass fucking just water dripping everywhere, all over me, all over the fucking ladder, all over the guy on the bottom of the fucking ladder. And guess what, people? We were getting paid, the men were getting paid exactly the same as the women. And you want to know what the funny thing is? The women were just rolling flowers and like snipping little, twigs here and there and the leaves and some of the flowers and rolling them up and putting them in boxes, and that's all they were doing. And they were getting paid exactly the same amount we were getting paid. And they were putting these flowers in the boxes, and the men had to move the boxes from point A to point B as well. And they were getting paid exactly the same as the females were getting paid. So I basically was stuck on the worst side of the fucking spectrum. I was doing all this physical labor, and I wasn't getting paid that, like, I wasn't getting paid fucking anything more than anybody else there, So that's just not fair, I should have been getting paid at least a bit more for a more physically demanding job. I don't see how women just sitting there, using scissors to cut little leaves off of fucking flowers are getting paid exactly the same as, people sweeping the fucking floor and climbing and risking their life to clean these fucking things. It doesn't make any fucking sense. So, through personal experiences, the whole feminist fucking SJW argument just doesn't hold a fucking candle or anything to anything. It's just a bunch of bullshit, people. And if you went to any workforce, if any of these feminist SJWs really had any fucking proper jobs in their life, they would see that it's all a bunch of bullshit. There is no discrimination, there is no wage gap, nothing. So another reason why, basically the reason why I wouldn't hire females is that they're very easily distracted, right? If you look into any situation where when you were in high school or in college or grammar school, whatever, and there were any technological devices, whether cell phones or whatever, just chicks would text 85% of the fucking time. Girls were texting. They were texting the girl or the guy, whatever, sitting right fucking next to them, That's how fucking crazy it was. They would never stop leaving their phone. Never, 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 never. And then they'd say, oh, the guys probably did the same thing. No. Guys texted probably around 40% of the time, like in the whole fucking class. Because, you know why? Because guys were simple. They would text their girl, yeah, fuck you later, haha. Or like they would just text somebody they really needed to text. But other than that, they didn't want to get in trouble, first of all. They didn't want to get detention. They didn't want to get their cell phone taken away. They didn't want to fucking get suspended over that bullshit because, you couldn't do that stuff when I used to go to school. Females didn't give a fuck, and they would text girls sitting literally right next to them, gossiping all this shit. I'm like, when I was in class, I would talk to somebody right next to me, and it would drive the professor fucking wild, but, if a person's sitting right fucking next to you, just talk to them, don't text them. Even in the back of the room, it's like, yo, whatever, blah, blah, It's that fucking simple. And this translates into the workforce. Don't think it doesn't. Every time I went to any doctor's office, what is the receptionist doing? Fucking slamming away on her cell phone. Oh, blah, 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 blah. And they don't even acknowledge you most of the time. If they do, they're like, oh yeah, just sign in there and have a seat. The doctor will be with you in a moment. It's the same repetitive bullshit. And another thing is, if you open your ears in any environment, if you have the fucking displeasure of working anywhere near females, just the gossip is fucking rampant. Whether it's in a doctor's office or even in the law firm that I worked in, it's like, it was just fucking, just, I wanted to slaughter people. After hearing all that bullshit, I just wanted to fucking go on a murder spree. Because it would be just stupid ass shit. Like when a guy comes into work and he meets up with female coworkers or male coworkers, like, hey, what's up, John? You know, well, how was your weekend? Oh, I saw this movie. Oh, yeah, it was cool, blah, blah. And then we get to work. You know, there's not much after that. Maybe during lunch break or whatever. And even me talking to female coworkers, oh, yeah, you know, oh, she's like, oh, yeah, I went on a date with her. I'm like, oh, that's nice. I don't really want to fucking talk to you, you know. I try to, like, push them away as quickly as possible because I don't want to hear about their date with some fucking guy. You know, if I'm not fucking them, why the fuck should I care about what they did on their weekend and all this bullshit? I don't care. I have enough of my own shit to worry about, you know. So anyway, gossip, gossip, gossip. You know, Becky's boyfriend got a little bit fatter and he's looking all chubby and nasty now. It serves the bitch right. She was always fucking nasty. I always fucking hate her. This and that. Blah blah. Oh, you know. And then Becky fucking, oh, hi, Becky, how are you? Yeah, we were just talking about you, how much we missed you, and this and that. It's just this backstabbing, nasty-ass gossip in every fucking situation. So, you hire a female worker. You're going to be paying her to fucking text. You're going to be paying her to fucking gossip instead of doing their fucking job. I'll give you another quick example. This happened actually today. I went to the mall. I wanted to buy some fragrance. Davidoff Cool Water. I looked it up online. 35 bucks. Oh, whatever. I have some free time. I have nothing better to do. You know, I have the day off. Might as well. Go to the place, whatever. To the mall. The fragrance fucking area for men is empty. I'm like, oh, okay, makes sense. Men don't buy as many fragrances as women do. I walk through the female department. Nobody there. I finally find one female. What is she doing? Texting on her phone. I'm like, you know, I'm just standing there, and I'm thinking about this shit the entire time. She's getting paid probably 10 bucks an hour plus commission for just sitting there and fucking texting away. You know, just texting away, right? So eventually I get pissed, you know, and I'm like, you know, make some noise. Oh, hello, how are you? You know, how can I help you? I'm looking for some men's fragrances. Okay, whatever. We go to the men's place. I smell a couple samples, whatever. I already know what I wanted to get, you know. And then I'm like, I want Davidoff Cool Water. She's like, oh, I gotta find it. I don't know exactly where it is. So she's looking through this shit. And then during the time where she's looking for my fragrance, she's fucking pulling out her cell phone and texting somebody. And I'm like, excuse me, ma'am, does that pertain to the fragrance you're looking for? Like, are you looking in some sort of database to find out where it is? Or are you texting the main manager of the place? Or what is it? Oh, no, I'm just texting my boyfriend, huh? And just like this fucking rage musters up in me. It's like, this bitch has the audacity to keep me fucking waiting all this time. And she's getting paid for this shit. And I'm wasting my fucking time. She's wasting my fucking precious time. And, you know, she tells me this bullshit ass excuse. And then I let it go. You know, guys, I let it go because I have a short temper. I don't want to fucking punch anybody. I don't want to do anything. I don't need a fucking prison sentence. So I'm like, calm your fucking self, dude. Calm your fucking self, right? And then I'm like, okay, whatever. Let her do whatever the fuck she wants to do. She finally finds the fucking thing. And then she's like, oh, it's $70. I'm like, $70 fucking dollars? I looked this shit up. I didn't tell her that I looked it up online earlier and found it for $35. I'm like, wow, that's a pretty expensive price, you know. She's like, oh yeah, you know, but you know, we only stock authentic fragrances here, and oh, there's a bunch of bullshit, right? I'm like, how much is it for the whole set? The fragrance, the aftershave, and the shower gel. It's this whole set, right? She's like, oh, that's $70 too. And I'm like, what kind of business are you guys making if you're selling both fucking things for the same price? Whereas in the set you get the same size bottle plus 2 extra fucking things. So what is it, a free gift or what? Why the fuck would anybody want to buy just the basic bottle, you know? And I'm like, are you sure that's the right price? Because that just doesn't make any sense. And she's like, yeah, I'm 100% sure, huh? And then she's just texting away, still texting away. So, do you want the fragrance or not? You know, she's kind of pushing me over the fucking edge, too. Like I'm wasting her fucking precious time, right? And I'm like, can you just double check, you know, the price for me? Oh, I'm not going to double check, you know. You have to put in all these things on the computer. I'm not going to double check. I'm like, okay, I'm going to buy the whole set, please. Since it's $70, just like the fucking bottle. What a great deal, huh? Yeah, it's a great deal, you know, huh? Maybe there's a discount going on or something, you know. She scans the fucking thing. It comes out to $140 fucking dollars, right? Double the fucking price. And I'm like, she's like, oh, that's 140. And I'm like, 140? What? Did the taxes go up? Did Trump raise the taxes all of a sudden? And she's like, no, I'm sorry, I made a mistake, you know. It's actually 140 with everything, you know. You were right, you know. The bottle itself is 70, so the set is 140, this and that, blah, blah, blah. She's like, oh, so that'll be 140, cash or credit, or you know, how are you going to pay? And I'm like, I'm not going to pay. I'm out of here. You know, first of all, you wasted so much fucking time. Second of all, these are outrageous prices. I had no intention of buying fucking anything anyway from there because it was fucking $70 when I could get it online for $35 free fucking shipping and handling. I don't even have to leave my fucking, you know, place. You know, don't have to waste gas, don't have to waste time, don't have to deal with these fucking bitchy ass people, right? And then she's like, oh, you know, blah, 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 that's a good deal, you're not going to find a better... I say, go fuck yourself, you know. Take your phone, shove it up your fucking snatch, and leave me the fuck alone. And if I ever get in touch with your manager, I'm going to tell him that you're a shitty-ass fucking person that doesn't respect your customers. It's, oh my god, don't do that. But fucking, what a waste of time. See, so this is what you get. So guys, where would I hire females? Strip club, obviously. Bartender. Why bartender? Because if you hire a hot chick to be a bartender, you're going to make more money. Simply because the guys that actually visit the bar, if they can't find a date in the bar and the bartender's super fucking hot, or even if the bartender's super fucking hot, like just that fact remains, they're going to try to buy her mad drinks, you know, and they're going to try to talk to her and they're going to try to bang her, you know what I'm saying? So it's better for your business if you do shit like that. So strip club, bartender, you know, nurses and shit. Let me get into nurses and all this stuff really quick too. You know how nasty and disrespectful most fucking nurses are? Like, I've had the displeasure of being in various, you know, medical facilities, whether it was like super ghetto ones and super high class ones. And I thought, oh, the super ghetto one, yeah, it makes sense that it was trash. But no, there's no difference. Super ghetto ones, super high class ones, same exact nasty attitudes. If you open up your ears, I was ripped as fuck on morphine and all this shit, but I would hear everything, dude. Like, I was fucking nodding in and out, but I would hear everything. And it's like, you know, the nurses there would be like, oh, you know, the patient in room number 6, like, she has a weird fucking vagina, or her husband's like super fucking attractive, this and that, blah 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 blah. And then they gossip amongst each other too. Oh, Becky's ugly, this bitch, oh, what show did you watch, oh, what did you eat last night for dinner, this and gossip. But it's just nasty shit too, like, oh, you know, I hope that fucking patient in room number 10 just fucking drops dead because they're disrespectful. I don't like them and they treat me like shit. I'm like, what the fuck? And this is the same thing in nursing homes. Guys, if you ever visit some sort of nursing home or if you work there or whatever, you will realize that some of the females that work there are very fucking nasty. You know, they're very fucking nasty. You know, you'll see an elderly person just fucking, you know, choking on his fucking food while they're texting away. Ah, okay, Jim, I'll suck your dick after work, blah, blah. Or, you know, they put on some stupid movie for these old people, and then, you know, one guy's fucking IV is popping out of his fucking wrist, there's blood's fucking flowing out of his fucking arm, and he's screaming like, oh, help, help, you know. Old people, they can't scream really fucking loud, and it's, oh, help, help, whatever. and then this bitch is texting on her phone, or she's doing fucking something else. She thinks they're like preschoolers. You could put on a movie, leave them alone, and they'll be okay. These are fucking super elderly people. They could drop dead any fucking second. You know, you gotta be super cautious about this shit. That's the type of worth ethic I have. You know, I would always pay attention. I would always do that because that's a job. You know, you're getting paid to do that shit. You're not doing it on your own free time. So, you know, even if I was doing it on my own free time, I would take as much care as possible. These fucking people, these women, they get paid and they don't fucking care, you know. And they're nasty about it. They're fucking nasty, you know. So, they could be on their period and all this shit and they get all fucking triple bitchy and shit. Oh, fuck yourself, dude. A restaurant, you know, you could hire female workers too. That's pretty decent because it could actually bring more business to your place, because if the waitress is super fucking hot, you could bet that some stupid ass beta male is gonna come there every fucking day and be like, "Oh, hi Betty, blah blah blah, blah. You're looking good today, huh? Maybe we'll grab some drinks after you're done with work, whatever, blah blah." You know, so there's certain business plots and schemes that you can employ that'll benefit you. But there's a lot of drawbacks, guys. There's a lot of drawbacks, you know. And I'm not saying that guys are like so much fucking better at jobs and stuff like that, because like I said, through experiences in nursing homes and all these things, it's like the guys don't give a fuck either. They're like, I gotta wipe this old guy's ass, or I gotta wipe this old lady's vagina and all this shit. I don't want to fucking do this. All these young fucking guys, whatever, they're like, I just want to go fucking get laid, blah blah blah, this and that. I want to go club.